What's going on? This is the Objective Jerk, and I'm said jerk. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Um, Not much going on with me. Um, Same old crap, different day, right? Um, Although sadly, I kind of got ahead of myself there. I think I should maybe start having a script, huh? I actually did take a little bit of notes, but so apparently there was a American citizen that was kidnapped just the other day here down south, here in the Philippines. So it's kind of scary, kind of crazy. Um, I mean, people get kidnapped all over the world, so it's not like, but you know. Anyway, but I'm no, so I got back on TikTok again. I don't know why. Oh, it's because the the thing I liked about TikTok was when the Maui fires were going on and people that were there were posting stuff. So that's like the only way you were kind of getting some like decent information regarding it, is the people that are actually there. And so when the hurricane and the floods were all going on, that's why I was like, well, I'm gonna get TikTok again so I can maybe see kind of the stuff that's and you do see stuff there that's not. That's the first time I saw about the guy getting arrested or possibly arrested for saving people and FEMA getting in. I don't know. It's just crazy. But that's for another podcast. I guess I'm waiting to see what other information comes out about that. But yeah. So and now that I'm back on TikTok a little bit, um, I'm seeing a lot more foreigners like myself that are over here in the Philippines talking about living here in the Philippines and stuff. And I'm like, been here for 4 years, chump. Where you been? No, but but yeah. So I started seeing that, and then I saw, which looks to be another guy who's talking about a U.S. citizen who was kidnapped the other day. And then just like anything else, it's like you can't go based off of that or just oh my gosh, somebody on TikTok said it. It must have happened. Oh. So then you kind of do some research, and there wasn't a whole lot like that I could find on like news stuff regarding it, which I thought was kind of weird because I did find stuff eventually, but there's not a whole lot of information. So that's why I kind of felt like maybe I should talk about it a little. I don't know, but just like I don't know, a few days ago, there's a U.S. Individual. His last name, I'm not going to say his whole name. I don't know. Because I just kind of feel like I don't have the right to. But that seems dumb, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, his last name is Eastman. White American looking dude. I think from what I can tell, again, before I get any further, this is just off a little news clip from the Philippines here and some other little information. But so I don't know what is actually fact or not. So but this guy, like me, married a Filipino, but he lives way down south. I'm going to put a map to kind of show you. I'm not going to put a map to show you where I live because for reasons like this, I mean, I live on Luzon, the main island, but it's still pretty big, So, but he lives in Zabanga del Norte, which I know I'm not saying right, but that's where he was kidnapped anyway. And then they said that he was taken to the Sulu, Baisalon, whatever kind of island. So it's like an island, which I'll show a picture of that too, which is, you have to get there by boat or plane maybe. Yeah, I think there is an airport there to get there, right? So from the place that he lived or was kidnapped to where he was taken is like an 11-hour trip, by ferry and stuff like that. So it's it's not close by. And then for somewhat close to me to get down to where this guy, it's like a day and 12 hours. Like it's a journey, you know what I mean? So it's pretty far from where I live. But that was one of the things that, I learned when looking into move here was, don't live down south, that's for sure. Anyway, So the poor guy, I guess his wife, I have no idea if like they met online or what, or I have no idea. Passport bro, I have no idea. What I do know is that he converted to Islam, which maybe was an attempt to kind of protect him because the Muslim community is pretty big down there, and then especially where they went, where he was taken to. But he, I guess, was kidnapped by 3 individuals. He was shot in the leg because he was trying to escape or fight or something. And then supposedly they know the 3 individuals, but he was taken from where he lives in the Zamboanga del Norte to where I'm trying. It's not funny, but to where they're going, and they have no clue where or anything. They don't have. I guess they haven't heard anything as like any kind of demands or anything like that. So I don't know. It's not too good. I mean, I'm gonna pray for the guy. I hope he makes it out of there. But I guess the Sulu province, out of all the provinces out of the Philippines, which is like 80 something provinces, this one's like the poorest out of all of them. And yeah, the poverty rate's really high there, and it's there's a lot of Muslim and I guess some pirates and a lot of shady characters. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons why. I mean, even if my wife was from there, I wouldn't be living there. We would be like, hey, we're gonna move up north if I had to come here so bad. But my wife, she's northern Luzon, which is like the main island that Manila's on, but Manila's like on the southern part of Luzon. I live closer to the northern part. That's about as much information as you're getting. But yeah, I'm not, I don't really say too much. I don't have, I mean, obviously local people know, but like cars that I drive, they're not anything fancy. I don't have like a flag hanging like my property and a big pole, be like, I'm America, yeah, and I don't drive cars that just be like, look at me, I'm American. I mean, some of it's just because I'm just not like that, but another part of me is just because I don't like to draw attention to myself because I'm kind of an introvert, but also for this reason right here. Not to say that there's those threats here. Like here it's not really a concern, but never say never, right? So it's just, so yeah, I don't really play around with that and try and advertise whatever. So that's kind of crazy though. But yeah, so hopefully, I hope it works out for him. Man, not that I'm pessimistic, but I'm worried about the guy, but I'm hoping, I'll pray. So hopefully that works out. But yeah, it is a possibility. But I mean, people get murdered and kidnapped all over. It's just, for different reasons and different methods and stuff throughout the world. So it's like, I'm sure there might be, people like, oh my gosh, maybe somebody that I know that hears the story and be like, oh my gosh, Blake lives there. I just gave my name away. I might have to edit that out. The objective jerk lives there. And they're kind of worried. But I mean, the thing is like, people have like a false sense of security in the States, I think. And I got that a little bit when we were talking about moving here. They're like, man, are you worried that it's like, they think like, America's like just this, nothing can happen, and then the rest of the world sucks, which, I mean, it's not as scary. I think that's why a lot of people don't move overseas, because they are kind of afraid of that. I'm not worried about it. I don't know. At least where I live. I'm never going to go visit down south. I'll probably never leave Luzon Island, the main island. I do want to travel a little bit and see some place, and there's some really pretty places to visit down south, but I'm not gonna go. Mount Rushmore's cool, but I never went there either. Not because I was afraid of getting kidnapped or anything, but I just, I didn't see everything in the States either. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as like traveling here, it's just up here in the main island, and then maybe other countries or something like that. But I don't have any. There's, I can watch, some documentaries about southern Philippines and learn some stuff that way, So, but yeah, I mean, it sucks. Like I said, I hope the guy makes it out all right. But it's a little scary. But it's just kind of weird that I haven't heard anything. Maybe because there's just not a whole lot of information. Let me know if you're watching this. And this is not the first time you're hearing it, that you've heard it before, to say something. Because I didn't really, I got on like the normal kind of whatever, and just nothing was really kind of coming up. I mean, some stuff, but it was a little harder than I thought. Like, it wasn't. It's like they're not trying. It's not breaking. It's not national, worldwide. Not that it. I mean, there's so much evil going on in the world. It's so I don't know. Plus, right now they got the Iran and Israel thing going on. What's that about, right? No. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy. World War III, I hate to say it, but everybody's talking about like how Trump's going to start World War III, but then look at where we're at right now. It's like, I made a post about everything that's, or no, maybe, well, it's just everything that like Trump has been saying is going to happen, or things that people were saying that the left was saying, oh, that's misinformation and fake news and all that kind of stuff. It's all became true. You know what I mean? All of it. And it's like the left still, I mean, not, some people are like, wow, that's kind of crazy, all this stuff, but they're still just like the next thing that comes around. Yep. Oh, it must be, you know what I mean? Like I got a buddy that I don't know, I don't remember really talking politics with him, but he, and I don't think he's like left wing necessarily. I mean, I think he probably votes Democrat for the most part. Buddy of mine lives in Louisiana, but I don't think he likes Trump, and he likes to make some jokes and remarks about stuff, which is more about, I think, trying to just be like a troll, sort of, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's like, whatever, dude, you're stupid. But yeah, so it was like, I made that post regarding how like everything's coming to fruition, basically, and he's like, oh, even the eating people's pets, and it's like, just wait, it'll come back and be like, oh, apparently there were. And the thing is like there were like, like ducks and geese being eaten. I mean, there's proof of that. Now, I mean, was there actually people's pets being kidnapped or whatever? I don't know, eaten? Who knows? I don't know. It's not unheard of. I mean, people eat dog here in the Philippines, So for immigrants from, a poor country that are used to maybe eating dog, come across a stray dog or somebody's dog that got out, it's not like it's unfathomable. Did I say that right? Unfathomable. Unfathomable. Whatever. Anyway, plus like people were talking about how like just so many cats were missing. So it's like it's not like completely crazy to think that was happening. I don't think it was as much as like some people on the right were trying to make. They're trying to push it more to help their argument, but yeah, there were some immigrants were eating animals. That was happening. Fact. So now, was it Garfield and Odie? Who's to say? But it was definitely like, some geese and dude, Canadian geese are good. I don't know if you've ever had them. I had a neighbor that would go and hunt them sometimes in Washington, and he would bring back some, And I mean, you can, I guess, maybe eat it like a duck or like a whole bird or whatever, but that's not what they're really. They just eat the breast of it, which is kind of a shame because you're just like the whole bird and you're just eating a small part. But that small part is like it's so good. It's like beef. It's like really tender beef. It's insane. Like it's like what? This is a bird? What? It's crazy. They taste really good. So I mean, for people to be killing, Canadian geese and or ducks that are hanging out at ponds and stuff, and yeah, like that's completely believable, But that's the thing. So it's like I don't think he was like my friend. I think he was just trying to troll a little bit. But that's kind of how a lot of them think, though. Like they just like, oh, okay, so then what about the geese? It's like, dude, okay, there's all these things that have happened and shown to be true, but then you're still holding on to the little, oh, they're eating their pets. It's like, what is it going to take for you to just get it that, dude, the left, I mean, all politicians lie. All politicians are garbage. That's why I like Trump. So I mean, it's retarded. But anyway, what else? What time is it? Oh dang, I'm only at 16:40 something. Crap. I thought I was gonna talk about this poor guy. But yeah, his name's, you know what? Screw it. His name's Eldon Eastman. So hopefully he makes it out of there. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But that's pretty far south for me. I mean, it's almost like another country, really. Because if you look at, I'm gonna put maps of the Philippines. Hopefully, last time I meant to put like a picture of a video I was doing, I forgot. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put it right here, and then nothing. So hopefully I don't forget. But yeah, it's pretty far, and it's kind of, Philippines is crazy how it's set up and all the islands and everything. So I hear it's really, really pretty down there, though. Like you can find some nice resorts for pretty cheap. But then when I think about that movie. It's a movie, but what is it called? American Assassin or something? The dude who he's like at a resort somewhere and terrorists come and kill his fiance, and then he ends up training and getting with Michael Keaton and stuff. Can't remember if that's what it's called, but it's pretty good. But yeah, every time I kind of think of like, or if I see something with a nice resort down south, that's kind of the picture I think of is, and you can't really live like that, it's like living in fear. But there's a difference between living in fear and living smart, you know what I mean? So you don't go to places where there's possible threats. There's plenty of other places you can visit or live, So I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. I'll see what happens. If you guys want, let me know. Like this video, and I'll talk more about it as information comes out, I guess. But plus, I just want to kind of let people know it's not me. I'm nowhere near it. Like I said, it's like a day and a half travel for me to get there. So, but yeah, there are a lot of foreigners, younger too, actually, because there's a lot of older guys that are here. I see all the time. But I'm starting to see a lot more of people living in the Philippines. I don't know if they live there completely or what's going on, and I always post on there. I'm like, shut up, man! Don't tell people, because it is pretty great here. I got my TikTok, my Talk. There's a video I did with that. If you want to look at it, look it up. But I love that thing, man. It's actually, it helps me because every time I had to go somewhere around here or drive somewhere, I would just be like, oh, my anxiety would just go up, and it's like I gotta be like, okay, come on, be cool, don't, you know what I mean? Because it's insane here. It's like Mad Max, Fury Road every time, sort of. I don't know. Or like think of Fury Road mixed in with like some Driving Miss Daisy people all together, and it's just crazy. And then you got people walking all across the road all over, and I don't know. But it's just there's not a lot of room. They don't have massive roads. It's just 2-lane roads and highways, and people can't. You get stuck behind the dumbest people, and you're going 20 miles an hour on a highway. And so, not that I take the Tok on the highway, but around town though, because it's just the roads are small. It's a bitch to get anywhere in a car, so it can be very infuriating. So driving that Tok kind of eliminates a little bit of that for me, because for one thing, it's kind of fun to ride, and it's easier to get through some stuff, to find parking, and just do whatever. So around here, dude, that's what I drive. That's I haven't driven a car in a while, because then usually when we do go somewhere, my wife will drive, because I don't get annoyed being the passenger. And then it's funny, because then she's all like, "What the hell?" She's all get angry and stuff like that, and I think it's funny, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, let me know if I was kind of actually thinking about, I do like, I kind of want to share a little bit about my life living here. You know what I mean? I'm not real open, so I'm not, but I'm not the type of person to walk around with a camera or the phone and do stuff, that's like, okay, look at me here, I'm at the store, blah blah blah. But what I could do is get a pair of sunglasses that have a high def camera in it, and I could just wear those around as I do stuff, and then do it that way. I was thinking about doing that maybe, because my kids were always wanting me to record me driving, because I used to just say some stuff, and they would be laughing. They're like, "Man, we should." I mean, I've kind of calmed down a little bit, but yeah. So I don't know. Thinking about that maybe just it'd be fun. But it's like, man, you can spend at least $100, and then some of those things are like not the greatest. Like, I think to get one that's good and reliable, you're gonna be spending like $200 to $300. Not down with that. But anyway, I think that's about it. I'm gonna end it here. Say some prayers for Eldon Eastman, and hopefully he makes it out of there all right. Until next time, thanks for listening, and God bless. All right, bye.